days away, but you shook my disarray. Will you always let my breaks away? And I hope and pray that you're here to stay. Wait now, I can see you.
All right, and okay, so it looks a little weird today, just because there's two of me, and we got a guest right down here. This is Josh Wilson, everybody. He is the singer and the all-around great person behind the band Summer School, and we use his music for, the intro stuff for Tuesday Talks. So, everybody say hello. Hi, Josh.
What's up?
All right. So do you do a lot of tours? Like, because I know I've seen you play in Toledo a lot, and I've seen you post that you've been going to a couple other cities in the past.
So not really with this band, not like formally. Tour last year, like around the same time. But then like I think 4 of the shows got canceled.
Ooh,
and
rough.
yeah, it was kind of a mess. We ended up only playing we played Pittsburgh and then Athens and then show 2. But my other bands I used to tour with. But I don't know. I kind of have a different approach with this band just because like the other band I was in, we'd do a tour and like we had a show where literally nobody showed up.
Ooh.
Drove 12 hours. And I mean, we still got paid, but it's just like, I'd rather work on like internet marketing and stuff and trying to write really good music and then tour,
Yeah. Makes a lot more sense. Hi, Watney. Thanks for stopping by. But like I think Danny's told me before that you do almost all the music yourself, right? Aside from when you play live. Okay, yeah. Isn't that like really fucking hard?
It's kind of annoying sometimes. Just because like music is a lot of muscle memory too.
Yeah.
So like I feel like sometimes I'm playing the same thing when I try to write a new song. I don't know. It's also easier for me to like get in the zone when I'm by myself rather than, and I don't know. You have more control too.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I feel like when you're doing all that stuff by yourself, there's a lot less that can go wrong when you're like just putting everything together, and you can really express like how you want things to be played more.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do or something, I'm just going to get a bunch of like, I'm going to try to work with a different person on every song. And like, it doesn't have to be the whole thing or whatever, but just like 1 or 2 other people just to kind of and get some different sounds.
Yeah. Watney in chat wants to know what inspires you. Like what's the drive behind your music?
Human suffering.
God damn. Getting spicy today.
I mean, yeah, there's that, honestly, like,
Yeah.
But also like, you just get that feeling like when you're creative of like, I don't know, like nothing else matters. Like nothing feels better than creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Like the ability to like express yourself and talk about things that have a platform to talk about besides with music. So
yeah. She said excellent, same TBH.
Good.
Yeah, like I'm personally, not just because you're here, I'm a huge fan of your songs just because I really love like the pop funk kind of vibe that you throw into a lot of them. Like, is there like any inspiration behind that genre specifically that you find when you're making your music, or is it just something that has always been interesting to you?
I guess it kind of started maybe like 8 years ago. I kind of got really into Passion Pit.
Ooh, yeah.
Was like, I mean, he's not as like funk driven, but his stuff's like really like it could be pretty dancey and like really happy and like just makes me want to move.
Hmm.
And then I found out all of his songs were like about him being bipolar and like wanting to die and stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy that he had that contrast. And I was like, want to do kind of, not talk about that specifically, but
Mhm.
like, create that contrast of like happy, dancey music and kind of talk about serious subjects and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, just the more dived into that, the more I've gotten into like funk music and, stuff like Prince and Michael Jackson and all the old stuff. Yeah, it
Gotcha.
just has a good vibe, makes you want to groove.
Oh yeah. Like I think the first time I heard your music, it was live, and it was down at the OT for sure. And
Oh,
then right after you played, there is like a metal band that played after you, and I was like, "This is the weirdest like couple of bands that could play together," and I don't know what's going on at all. Because like
yeah,
two guys tried to start a pit too during the metal band. It was just the two guys. Nobody else wanted a part of it. It was just a mess.
play metal music too, and it just, I don't know.
No offense if anyone listens to metal music, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
They each their own. Um, I mean, at that show, I mean, you get really, really into it with the crowd too. You jumped off the stage and everything. You're dancing around while
Yeah,
performing still. Uh,
yeah, you got to.
yeah, I mean that to me that's like one of the best ways you can uh just really grow your fan base, honestly, because that really sticks out in people's minds when they go to a show like that and the singer jumps down into the crowd and is hanging out with them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's why you do it.
Oh, we found a co-host. Hello, Matt.
What's going on? What are you talking about? You have one in here already.
That's true. Well, a guest. Josh, this is Matt. Matt, this is Josh. He'll
How
be
you
in
doing,
the
Oh,
man?
what's
India
up,
chat
man?
in a sec. Yeah, so uh, we've just been talking about music and what inspires Josh, really.
Right on.
Oh, Watney wants to know if you start with lyrics or your melody first when you're writing music.
Yeah. Usually. Sometimes they're at the same time. It's never lyrics first, though.
Never lyrics first. Okay.
So yeah, I'll just like write a song and then sing something, usually in gibberish, and then add lyrics to that.
Hey, you joined the right chat first, Matt. Perfect. All right. I mean, oh shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry, I haven't made
When
my
you say
coffee
when you
today.
say it starts off in gibberish first, do you mean like you're literally kind of like mumble singing?
Yeah, like I'll
That's
be
kind of
like,
awesome.
like like Simlish almost.
Right.
There you go. You should just write a full song with the gibberish lyrics and like
Release
never,
lyrics.
yeah, put out a real lyric set.
Like a regular version and then a gibberish version.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be perfect. But you know people are gonna try to sing along still because they're gonna act like they know the lyrics.
Well, yeah, but how many times have we all sang the wrong words to a song? Like I was convinced that this was the word, and when in actuality, it's
Oh yeah.
something completely different.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've sang whole songs like that before.
And people like when there's like a DJ or EDM artist and they have like a vocal sample and people sing along to the vocal sample.
Yep.
There was one band, I forget who it was recently, but they had like a 7-minute tuning before the show actually started, and people applauded at the end of it because they thought it was like a new unreleased song or something.
That's fantastic. I want to know what band that is that they have songs that sound like them tuning their instruments.
I mean, I can find it real quick. Watney also said, "Hold me closer, Tony Danza."
Hold me closer.
I
Tiny
bet.
Dancer. We may have already covered this. Have we talked about like what other bands have inspired you? Like, what do you guys
Yeah, we
listen
were
to? Son of a bitch.
did
I was in the shower.
clearly based on your wet hair. Passion Pit was one of them. You ever listen to Passion Pit?
I have heard of them. I don't listen to them regularly.
Fair enough.
Just check them out.
I will now.
Yeah. Also, Human Suffering, a big inspiration behind his music.
No.
Then how can you even call yourself an artist?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get in trouble with Trevor for not reading notes and stuff. But so where are you based out of? Toledo or?
But now, actually, I just moved to Cleveland. I don't know if you knew that.
Right on.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't actually. There we go. Now we know.
And you and all the guys, I assume.
It's
Yeah,
actually it's actually all just him. He does all his
Oh, holy fuck!
own work.
Yeah, I play with the same people live usually, and we'll probably still play live. I mean, we're playing live Saturday, same people, because Toledo's only 2 hours from Cleveland.
Right? Yeah, it's not that crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of realized like the reason I did it that way too is just because we met like at this age now, like not being in high school. I don't know. You have jobs, you have real life shit. You have to do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
My buddy who moved here with me to Los Angeles, he first he started working at Best Buy, met some guy, mentioned he played bass. The dude thought like he was like, oh yeah, you play bass, whatever. And then like he actually heard him play, and he could actually play. And you just wind up in other people's music projects that way until now he is touring the country with a band called the Black Moods.
Oh wow.
So you're better off in Cleveland, man. I'm sure there's going to be more opportunities and all that stuff. Would you be open to playing in other people's projects, or do you want to focus on your own stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm open to anything. I mean, the main focus is my own stuff.
Well, your own stuff is how you get into other people's stuff, anyways. But so what all do you do? You're a singer-songwriter, obviously.
Yeah. Like production, synthesizers are like the big,
okay.
I guess, influence in my music. So I'm a synth nerd.
Yeah, but
I
that's
spend way too much
fucking
money.
huge right now.
It's definitely intriguing for sure. Like, you gotta have something that catches people's attention really quick, and I feel like adding some kind of like just instrument or some kind of, I don't want to say gimmick because that has like a negative connotation to it, but just something like that. What is this guy's band? This is Summer School. It's the title. Summer School's in Session. Check him out on Spotify, and I don't know if you have another website or anything that people can look you up on.
By Instagram, Facebook.
Gotcha. There you go.
What,
Spotify, Instagram, Facebook.
When you record stuff, I forget what samples. Have you ever recorded any like weird samples and tossed them into your song for no reason?
Trying to think. I don't use samples too much. Like I use like drum.
Sure. No, yeah.
I have a song that I wrote like a couple months ago. I got with it, but it was a voice memo from. I was in Australia.
I'm excited for this already. Voice memo from what?
It was a voice memo from when I was in Australia like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I routed it to my synth, and then you can put it like as an external output. So basically, it uses the synth's filter. So then you like play a key, and then I did like a filter sweep.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's crazy.
See, I think I always
2
thought stuff like
second
that
thing,
is like
but
weird and fun.
Yeah, you got to get creative with it.
yeah, no, exactly. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, that was probably like the weirdest I've gotten thus far. I definitely want to experiment more and stuff.
Well, we hope to hear a soundbite from this show in your next song.
Yeah, yeah, I'll voice memo it now.
Maybe that one right there.
There you go. Let's see.
So how do Trevor, are you just familiar with Josh's music, or
Um,
how did you guys
we
connect?
actually have a lot of mutual friends, but my first experience was just going to a show at the OT in Toledo, where he played.
Okay, right on.
And then I don't know.
The OT is fantastic. I love the OT.
Yeah, and then I reached out to him a couple weeks ago to see if we could use his music for the show / the YouTube channel for uploads. And I was like, "Fuck it, why don't we have you on the show? Like,
Definitely.
you got the time. It's perfect."
Happy Sparrow wants to know how many hours do you spend in the studio usually?
I mean, I try to every day for at least like an hour. I mean, this is like my studio space. Do you guys want a tour?
Sure.
Go for it.
Sweet. I mean, so yeah, it's like my desk with my monitors and stuff. Usually I have this keyboard there too. It's just a MIDI controller.
Nice.
Some of my guitars. And then here are the synths.
Ooh, fancy.
And here is the Wurlitzer piano. I actually got this from Goodwill.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, I used to work there, and it was just like sitting in the basement.
What?
I like recognized what it was immediately because these things are like, they were used in like really nice studios usually have them.
Sure.
I was like, what the fuck? Because they're worth like $1,500 to $2,000 usually.
Damn.
Sitting there, and so I asked them like, hey, I'll buy it for $400 like today, and they're like, I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, we're gonna put it up for like 80. They're gonna sell it for 80.
Then you were like, here's 100.
Yeah, so they ended up selling it to me for 170, I think.
Nice.
Damn.
I don't know if you could hear it, but it just has like a very unique sound.
Dude. Oh, that actually is.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome. Here's my
No,
bookshelf.
people love older stuff like that. People love, just because like it winds up sounding different. I know that's why a lot of like guitar people and everything will use like old amps, not because they sound quality is great, but because it gives it that funk.
It has character to it.
Exactly.
And I don't know, there's something different about like playing a real instrument than just like sitting at your computer.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'll spend like last week, I probably spent like 3 hours trying to write something in front of my laptop. And then I just went to the Wurlitzer and I wrote a song in like 3 minutes. Like, just the chords and melody stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all about finding just some vintage stuff like that. Because I know I follow Jack White on like every social media page that I possibly can, because he's always been like one of my favorite.
Interesting person.
Yeah, he's been like one of my favorite performers since like I can remember listening to good music, and he always posts these like short little Instagram videos of like these old guitars he uses, just because he argues that they sound better. Also, I just lost Matt's video feed. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he just died or something.
Hopefully not.
Oh no, someone else died on stream. And he wasn't even doing anything cool. Oh wait, no, this talk show's cool. Never mind, scratch that. There we go. We got him. What'd you do?
Back?
I don't know. Anyways. Did I miss the Jack White tidbit?
I was just saying that he always posts the videos of the old guitars that he uses when he performs, and he argues that they just sound a lot better than a lot of new stuff that he can get.
I heard he tells a great story of how he got his first guitar, where he like fucking he was like working for some guy or something, and like had to fix a bunch of his shit in trade for an old ass acoustic guitar. When you're like the youngest of 12 or how many ever many fucking relatives he has, not a lot of money for acoustic guitars.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
How
Yeah,
old were you when you first started, Josh?
I actually started with trombone when I was like, I think 11. No, I was 12.
Nice.
Practiced.
Solid.
And the band director yelled at me, so I quit. I picked up guitar, and then I thought
You're
guitar.
like, I'll show him.
Dude, she was kind of terrible. She literally called me out for like the whole class because I was like slightly delayed. Like I would just look at other people's slide, and I would just go in a note off every like.
That's
or, like,
super
yeah,
funny.
like,
So you're not
stop.
reading the music, you're reading other people's like how
That's-
far they're fucking.
Just lagging a little bit. It's fine.
And you know what other great way to inspire a young artist other than screaming at them?
Classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It's Biggie, right? This is for all the teachers who said I'd never amount to nothing.
Oh yeah, it's a big line. Right? Yeah, I think that's
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Someone out there will correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah. I have like no musical talent whatsoever.
Oh, me neither. Not a bone in my fucking body. But every fucking friend I had in high school, like they were all hardcore, like all of them. And it would suck because I shouldn't say it would suck. I got to see live music for free all the time. But it would suck because I'd end up hanging out with them and there'd be 4 or 5 musicians or whatever. And everyone's house was basically a place for them to practice. So we'd go hang out somewhere for like 10 minutes before everyone started picking up instruments. And then I'm just sitting there with my dick in my hand. Fucking,
Sparrow said she did drumline for 5 years, and that shit was fun. I have
Yeah, kind of wish I stuck with it, but oh well.
trombone, I feel like would be useful, and it would be a great addition to any of anyone's songs.
Oh yeah. Like that show me and Steve went to a couple of weeks ago. Like we went because there was like a pop punk band playing, and one of their
I was gonna. You
one
can
of
have a
their-
ska band, Josh.
one of their opening bands was I would describe
Like
them
13-piece.
Yeah, I would describe them as like if Rage Against the Machine was a ska band. And me and Steve went up to the merch stand after the first opener. He looks up at the stage, he looks at me, and he's like, there's a lot of people on stage. And I was like, nah, probably just a bunch of stagehands trying to move things really fast and get the next show started. And then 2 seconds later, we just got blasted with these fucking like horns and everything. And we were like, what the hell's going on? Because how are we going to expect a ska band to be playing at a pop punk show?
Oh my god. That's sweet though. Respect to them.
No, definitely. Like
I saw I was at a show last week and the opening band it was a quartet percussion, and at one point every single person was playing drums.
what?
They had 2 drum sets, 2 giant vibraphones. I think that's what they're called. Like the big ass xylophones.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Had like a bunch of synths, a bunch of pianos. It was so sick. They were so awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was like, and then
That just
a
sounds
shitty punk band.
fun to watch. Like
Yeah, no, because I didn't expect it either. I was like, what the hell?
yeah. Even
Those
if they
guys-
weren't good, just them running around stage trading places.
Yeah. Oh,
Dr. Watney asked if you play D&D.
Like Dungeons and Dragons.
Correct.
Oh no, I don't. I always wanted to, but
ooh, yeah. You're gonna
Scared
break.
too.
You're gonna break her heart. We love D&D here.
I'm sorry. I never understood it. Like, is it?
It's hard to explain. And
Yeah, like you don't
because
actually
it's so
have.
easy to explain. It's like it's literally you're sitting around a table rolling dice and
Seeing if you
pretending to-
succeed or fail, basically.
yeah, basically.
All while
Okay.
holding your
And
character.
and basically the way it's fun is you have the dungeon master who's basically kind of writing a story, and you're playing a character, and it's pretty much only fun if you like play it in some type of extreme way. Like you can be an incredibly stupid guy, or incredibly narcissistic, or some kind of what's the word? Think of the word. Just something goofy,
Like a
and
character flaw.
yeah, and you just make decisions based on that, and kind of all laugh at each other and make dick jokes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Like one time I was trying to look across a bridge in the dark to see if it was like sturdy enough to carry all of us, and I rolled so bad that the dungeon master, Dr. Watney, decided to roll in a very heavy fog so that we couldn't see across the bridge. Just because I rolled terribly.
Damn.
It's an
Like,
interesting game.
oh yeah, for sure.
Like I used to play Warhammer, sort of.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we have a couple people in the Discord that play Warhammer.
That shit is complicated.
Yeah, it is. I was like a kid. I don't think I ever understood it. I just kind of like I'd play with my brother.
The pieces were cool, and like
But yeah,
that's what I always thought. Like D&D was kind of the same thing, but like not a lot of people play with the miniatures.
okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
So
Yeah, my brother used to
once you
paint.
start playing, you realize you were robbed of that, lied to. It was just a bait and switch.
Pretty much.
What's all this paper?
It's too much.
Yep.
They try to sell it to you as this amazing thing. You can't. I think we made Watney mad. I'm just kidding. It's a very amazing. I love it. Watney's the best.
So Josh, why Cleveland though? Why not Chicago or fuck Detroit?
Girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's a big one.
We've been together for 3 years. It's all been long distance the whole 3 years. So
here we are.
moved to Cleveland. Well, I mean, she was down to move to Toledo, but I was like, nah. I want something different.
I feel like Cleveland and Toledo, they're almost similar to each other, but they're just completely different ends of the spectrum. Like, there's just something about Cleveland and something about Toledo that don't mix, or like.
Have you seen the YouTube video about Cleveland?
We're
It's
not
kinda like
Detroit.
an ad, yeah.
Yeah,
An ad.
that one.
Oh my god, it's so great. Our main exports are depression.
3D eyes.
Yeah.
So funny.
And then the city of Cleveland tried to get him to take down the first one. They like had a huge petition and everything to get rid of the
Hell no.
video. Yeah, and so he made a second one.
Like,
There you go. That's how you stick it to the man.
No, Cleveland's cool though. It's
Oh
Rock and Roll
no.
Hall. of
yeah, I mean,
Fame.
I don't, but you know.
Like, what's it called? The market, the West Side Market. Is that what it is?
I know 6th Street is supposed to be like the happening area.
They have like it's like kind of like an alleyway with like lights. I think on 6th
Yep,
Street.
yep.
Yeah, that West Side Market though is nuts. Like, there's a cupcake shop there, and I had a cupcake from there, and I swear to God, it was the best thing, arguably one of the best things I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, they got some really good stuff. They have really good bratwursts too.
Ooh,
There's like a
yeah,
bratwurst.
I did have one of those too.
I do miss some Midwest foods. Fucking.
Yeah, are you from Toledo, Matt? Originally?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we're cousins actually. I'm not sure if I mentioned that at all.
Yep.
Um,
But you're in Los Angeles.
I moved to LA 6 years ago.
Oh, holy crap.
Yep.
Dang. What for? Just goes.
Film mostly.
Nice. Okay.
So naturally, I make margaritas for a living.
Oh, nice. You should check out Boni Vega. Have you ever heard of him?
Donny Vega. Is this music or a place?
Music, yeah.
Jack said, "Who the fuck is on the bottom?" This is Josh Wilson. He is the brains and the operator behind Summer School, the band whose music we use at the beginning of the show. I think I still have that link.
What's up, Shift Faces?
There's an Instagram link for you, Jack, if you wanna check him out. And eventually somewhere a Spotify link. I don't know why I haven't found that yet. Oh no, I just realized this is probably popping up on... Oh well.
Spotify. Donny Vega, Matt. He's from LA. He's actually from Toledo.
Oh, really?
But very
Is it Boney?
Avega.
Oh yeah, I would not have gotten that.
No, he's just, if you could see him, you should.
Wait a second. Why do I feel like I think I saw a video of his recently pop up on my Facebook.
Yeah, he's usually like half naked. He's
Yeah. Did he just do
similar
like a
vibe.
shit? Is it kind of techno-y? Or maybe this isn't.
No, it's like it definitely has like an 80s vibe, but it's more on the spectrum of like glam rock, I guess.
Okay. Let me see if I No, it's kind of ridiculous the number of people from Ohio that are out here, honestly.
It's because they want just that stark contrast of living
Nah,
living in the middle of Ohio.
Listen, man, I'll never go back.
I mean, you'll come back, but just not permanently.
Oh, I feel it. Yeah, I like it out there.
So you've visited?
Sorry, what's that?
We were all talking at once.
Did I hear my name?
You had been out to LA.
No, surprisingly not. Matt's actually really mad at me about it
he's a
because
shitty cousin. There's
not
no
because
reason
I'm a
for him
shitty
to-
cousin, but because I'm going out to Seattle before I'm going out to LA.
which is extra ridiculous.
Going out to see what?
Seattle,
Oh,
Seattle,
I
Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny though because we met some friends through a video game who are like pretty integral part of our Discord now, and they live in Seattle. Jack said, "Boo, Toledo, boo." Wait, is that... Before I get sidetracked, we met some friends through a video game who are in our Discord now, and they invited me out to Seattle, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go. And Matt found out, and he was just like, man, fuck you.
It's
Like,
cheaper to go to LA.
Gonna go visit these strangers.
Watney said the best place is Southwest Missouri overall.
Yeah, right.
Don't get her started, Matt.
It's very expensive here, but you know what, man? It's fucking beautiful every day. Every day is fucking glorious. Every day is a vacation.
Cheap to fly there. I think usually my tickets have been like under 200 round trip to get there.
If you catch them at the right time, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But if if you have a specific time and you can't wait for a deal to pop up, it's usually about $400 round trip.
Damn.
Who is that? I feel like Jack is referencing something with that Boo Toledo Boo thing. Who is that? There's a politician who, like, it's a YouTube video that went pretty viral. He's a politician from Toledo. His Boo something Boo. What's his name? It's gotta be on Reddit. Yeah, good luck finding this. Oh, so you guys are familiar with the show Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, Josh, Hot Ones is like an interview style show on YouTube where they bring on these celebrities and they have them eat 10 chicken wings with an increasing level of hot sauces.
Yeah, like
Oh,
stupid hot.
Yeah, and What's that?
Yes, he was. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's how I heard of it because that was like the top video on YouTube.
Yeah. So our buddy Aaron, his birthday is in like 2 weeks, and his wife is getting him like, I think they finally got them all in. They got 14 hot sauces, not just the 10 that they do on the show. She got 4 more that they ran on previous seasons of the show, and I'm one of the lucky few he invited to do the challenge with him. So
Oh my god.
I am nervous and excited. And he joined the chat the other day after trying just a little toothpick dab of one of the hot sauces. And he was like doing heavy breathing exercises to calm himself down because of how hot it was.
Holy
That sounds awful.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you with spicy food, Josh?
good with it. The only thing is I have acid reflux, so sometimes it'll get.
Yeah.
I like it, but I hate myself afterwards every time. I'm like, why am I doing this?
Because usually if it goes in hot, it goes out hot. You know.
Jack,
I
can
say the
count.
same thing about myself.
I don't know what that means, Trevor.
I don't know either. Yeah. Jack, I feel like Jack cheated. He lived in an Asian country where like spicy food is like that's a stereotype. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
It's not that bad a one though.
Yeah.
It's not like you said he lived in a country where they can't drive.
True.
That's a bad one.
We have a Thai restaurant here in Toledo, cleverly named Toledo Thai. And I went there
Original.
one time. Yeah, very original. And I went in one time, and it's six tables, and then on the other half of the restaurant is an Asian shop or like an Asian market kind of thing. And
Wait, do I know where this is?
it's by the
this
Baskin
on-
Robbins at Secor and
Oh, never mind.
Pennsylvania. And the lady comes up to me. She takes my order, and she's like, "Scale of 1 to 5, how much spice?" And I was like, "Give me the 5." And she was like,
You fucking idiot.
she looked at me and she was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like,
I
"I'm sure." And Chip was there. Chip was born and raised in Thailand, one of my friends. And he was like, Bo Rat accent. And Chip was like, "Trevor, you're like definitely one of the only white guys I know that can handle as much spice as you do, so good luck." The lady brought it out to me, and she put it on the side, and I mixed it all in, like the spices that they use. And I start to eat it, and she comes back out, and she was like, "Is that spicy enough for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is pretty good." And she was like, "You want more?" And I was like, "I thought you gave me the most you could give me. What are you doing?"
She put it on the side, bro. She didn't trust that you wanted it all.
Yeah, I know. I was
You
very
fucking-
upset.
You're fucking white boy ass.
I was upset. She didn't trust me.
Of course not, round eye.
She gave me the white people spice, Jack said. Oh, Jack has been to Toledo Thai. Yeah, there you go. Jack lived in
She gave
South
you white
Korea
people
for a couple
spicy.
of years too.
There's a place that I used to live down the street. Down the street from me in Koreatown. And they have what is it? It was like black bean noodles that like they have a 1 to 10 spicy, and if you got the 10, which like they like listed like things next to it, they're like hot, very spicy, oh my god, and like the 10 was like rest in peace. And if you finished the entire bowl, they took your picture and hung it on the wall.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
Did you do it?
And fuck no. I like to enjoy my food, like not taste the first bite and a half, and then just have to like shovel it past my tongue.
Oh wait, when I said what does that mean, but I don't know. What does the white people spicy mean? Because I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Classic. Round eye? Round eye. Who said round eye?
Me.
To a place like that in Korea, and the top spicy one was just called fuck. That's a good one. I like that shit. Gotta have fun with it. Isn't it? Oh, right. Aaron wants me to come over and try the hot sauces, which I thought was cheating, but he was like, yeah, I wanted it to be a surprise for everybody, but I'm getting antsy and I need someone else to try these with me before. And I was like, man, come on. Of course he picks me to do it.
That shit is terrifying. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I'll try like whatever one is the starting one, because I'm pretty sure they start at like the hottest I would want my food.
For hot ones?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they were using sriracha for like level 3 for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can handle that.
Sriracha's not hot.
Me though, like if I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings, I always just get the mild. You know, it's got that. I like that buffalo tangy. It's not so hot that I'm gonna. You know,
I don't know. I'm going to
it's really mild's not really hot at all. But
I'm going to B-dubs right after the show, actually.
I like. They're good, but sometimes disappointing.
B-dubs?
yeah,
For sure.
I'm one of those guys that gets boneless.
Oh, yeah. They're just
No shame in it.
way
It's
easier
just
to
easier.
eat.
It's just easier.
That's all it is.
Chicken nuggets, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the non-shameful way of ordering chicken nuggets as an adult. You get the boneless wings. I mean, like, if I happen to be there on a Thursday when it's the bone-in wing night, when they're, like, on sale, yeah, I'll get the bone-in wings. But it's just because I'm also cheap. That's not to say I don't have my preference towards the boneless wings, because I definitely do. Also, I don't like ranch.
What? What did you just say?
I don't like ranch.
Your Midwesterner card has been revoked.
Do you like blue cheese?
No, actually, I don't.
I thought you
Dang.
got blue cheese. Wasn't it you that had that story? Like you got blue cheese and it wasn't blue cheese.
It's my story, but it's actually Danny Shadley that this
Come on,
happened
Trevor,
to.
we are done.
No, don't leave me. So Danny
Trevor,
Shadley,
ranch
Josh.
runs through my veins.
That's gross. You should get that checked out. Anyways, we went to this place called Wild Wings and Things. And Danny goes up, asks for a side of blue cheese for his wings. Guy hands it to him. He comes back and he sits down. He eats it, and he says it's just ranch. It's not blue cheese. So he goes back up to the counter, says, "Hey, guy, this is ranch, not blue cheese. I asked for blue cheese." And the guy slams his fist down on the counter, and he's like, "This is my restaurant. I know what I gave you. I gave you blue cheese, damn it." And Danny was like, "Okay, sorry," and just went back and sat down and ate the fucking ranch.
That's how I would run my restaurant.
I was like, you know what you should have done? Because you already knew he was an angry man. You should have just gone up and asked for more blue cheese instead of asking for blue cheese, not the ranch, because you insinuated that he's an idiot.
I feel like I know people who like are the worst when it comes to industry people, service industry people, and then I know people who like overcorrect themselves too much.
Yeah.
Like we went out and when I was in Arizona to see my buddy, and we got burgers at this place, and she asked for it. What'd she say? She wanted medium rare for her burger, but they overcooked it.
Classic.
Like it was like there was no pink, and she didn't say anything. She just didn't eat it. And I was like, well, no, like they overcooked it. Like you can say something, blah, blah. Like she was like, yeah, but you know, I know, like I worked in the food industry and blah, blah. Like I know it's annoying and I don't want to be annoying. And I'm like, yeah, but they fucked up your food. Like you asked for it this way and it came out wrong. Like I've been working in the service industry for fucking ever, and I would ask for a different burger.
Yeah.
That or I would just eat it. I would probably
Simple as
actually
that.
just eat it.
Yeah,
But-
usually.
She took like one
It's
bite,
a
right?
burger. It's not. No, she didn't take a single bite.
How'd she know it was overdone? I mean, it's
Oh,
probably,
they cut.
was
They,
it like,
it came out cut in half.
oh, okay.
But I'll take the wrong order before I make trouble. Yeah, yeah.
If it's a
and
wrong
that's-
order and not like an overcooked order, but the wrong order is still something I would like to eat, I'd probably just eat it.
Well, and she was like, because I know I won't want to eat the new one that comes out anyways, because who knows, blah blah blah. And I'm like, No, people don't actually fuck. Like, never in my life have I found anyone like who do the whole waiting thing. Yeah, it's true. You do eat my food when you hit yours. But yeah, no one, like, they're not fucking with your food back there. Like,
Yeah.
no customer, at least not in as long as I've worked so far, is worth me losing my job just to fuck with their food.
Yeah. I never really got that
I'll
stereotype.
curse you and talk shit about you to all my coworkers, but
Maybe yeah, that obviously. Like, we have a really bad problem where I work where people like stand over on like the server station where they think people can't hear them, but it's actually just like it's a wide open area and there's a booth on the other side of the wall. The wall doesn't even go all the way to the ceiling. Like, there's a gap above it, and it's literally like maybe a 7 foot like.
so they hear all the shit talks.
Oh, they hear all the shit talks, all the swearing and everything, all the I spat in your food. No, I'm just kidding.
Elise gets really mad at me because whenever we go out, and I prefer to sit at the bar sometimes, but I don't always get my way because of this is why. Because when we go out, if I hear a server or someone talking to a customer, I have to listen. I have to eavesdrop. I have to hear if they're giving that server a hard time or the bartender a hard time, and I just have to like make my tiny little judgments, and she'll be talking to me, and I won't be listening because I'll be too busy eavesdropping and listening to this guy being a dick the way he's ordering his drink or whatever. She hates it. But it's like, for me, it's like the highest form of entertainment.
Yeah, it is entertaining.
Yeah,
I would
for
do that
sure.
shit all day.
There like any equivalent stereotypes for the music industry at all, Josh? Like, kind of like how we're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
servers and shit like that.
I hear from my friends that it's like sound engineers.
Yeah,
They tend to be the worst people to deal with ever.
only because I think most of the time that's only because they're generally treated the worst.
Oh, okay. That's probably true too.
So it's just
So-
kind of like a circle jerk, basically.
Yeah, so I remember my old band played in New York City, and we had this terrible sound guy that literally yelled at us. First off, we were like 30 minutes late because of New York traffic, and we didn't really think about it, but they didn't give a fuck. And then parking too. So I think we were actually an hour late. But the guy's like, "You're late," and just like screamed at us. And then he smelled like shit too. Was another part.
Well, that's
Like-
not gonna help his case.
Somebody's guitar was feedbacking or something, and he like ran up and just like
Unplugged it completely.
yeah, and just like was yelling at him like, "That's not how you do it." And like then like there was another guy at the same venue because we played there later on, and he was super nice. But yeah, that was probably like the worst case. And then you get people at the OT scream at me last time we played there. She's like, "Let's go, come on, you're running out of time." And it wasn't our fault. It was the other band took half an hour to set up.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I've gone to like bigger shows, like where literally one of the opening bands. I think it's because a lot of times if it's an opening band, they don't fucking pay as much mind to them. They're like, "Fuck you," whatever. And the guy's literally on stage between songs, going like, "I need more volume. I need this turned up. Turn this up." And they're not doing it. And like, so like the next song after they finished, he just starts yelling like, "You motherfuckers!" like on stage during his set. It was very unprofessional, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of that's why if you can afford it, if you're touring, just get your own sound person.
Oh yeah, but then still places will because my buddy who's touring now, he said that they were, so this is just forever, like in the industry that you're in. They were touring, and they have their own sound guy, and they come and he sets it all up, and then some other fucking asshole still came over and started fucking with the shit, like they're the in-house guy.
That's stupid.
It just seems inescapable.
Yeah, it could be a problem, but you always got to be nice because they could easily make you sound like shit
Oh,
during
of
your
course.
set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just like Toledo band was telling me about. They played a show, and I've never had a problem with this sound guy. He's always really nice. Like, what did they do? They like told him how to mic their guitar cab or something. Got really pissed off. Them off like 2 songs before
Oh.
or something.
Well, because I get the frustration there because like you're someone who's doing this every fucking day, all the time, and then you have sometimes these fucking like 20-year-old fucking kids coming up like, no, you don't know how to do your job.
Yeah, I'm
This
sure.
this is how I want you to do it.
I don't know. I mean, they probably deserved it, honestly. The particular people I'm talking about, but
You know who you are.
yeah.
Happy Sparrow wants to know what is your goal with your music, like the concept you're trying to get across to your listeners.
Get rich. Did I try? I don't know. I mean, how deep do you want me to dive?
As deep as you can feel.
Whatever you feel is like a good answer to explain yourself with.
Um, so the thing, and I don't know, this might change in like a month because my mind's always somewhere else. Um, I want to get across is like, I guess a lot of my songs were talking about like bad things that happened or like depression or stuff like that, like painful experiences. And that's fine. That's where I was. And I noticed like in our culture now, that's like the big topic is like mental health awareness and stuff like that. I think that can only get so far. And I want to try to like start talking about how do you live with being in an abusive situation, instead of just raising awareness, because I feel like we're kind of beyond that point. I mean, there's still some people that it, but I don't know, like push forward with talking about things differently, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
With
I
it rather
feel
than yeah, here's my pain, whatever.
yeah. I feel like the way you go about it with your music though is like having that pop kind of funk vibe, but with that kind of underlying meaning with your lyrics and everything is like a super interesting take. Like just because a lot of times when you hear music that tries to get across the same message, it's a lot more sad, but like with a lot of your songs you don't really get that. Like it's more of a uplifting and like get yourself moving kind of beat to it, you know?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I don't know. I just want to play music that makes people and
Yeah.
like be happy, even if it's momentarily.
It's a nice juxtaposition, Watney says. That's the word. Never think about that word. Oh, and also from earlier, Jack said it was Ben Canop, the politician that I was trying to think of. The Boo Ben Canop Boo.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's a quality video in my opinion. I love that video so much.
I'll have to check that out. I don't know if I remember that.
Copy the link. I'll paste it in the Discord again. And is getting to be about that time again, guys. It's 12:30, I think. Getting close to wrapping it up here. Was there any closing remarks you'd like to say, Josh, before we head out?
I don't know. Keep it Gucci. Thanks for hanging out. I hope everyone has a great day.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Nice talking to both you guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out Josh's band Summer School on Spotify.
I'll relink the Spotify link and the Instagram link also.
Music too, your thing, and title if you have title.
I got you covered. No worries.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and Me and Matt will catch you again next week. Later.
The 1-0 pitch.